Hood is a super rare rarity battlecruiser from the Royal Navy, and is the only ship of the Admiral class of battlecruisers. She's currently available from Heavy Construction, the Medal of Honor Requisition, and the Medal of Honor Shop for 80 medals. Hood, nicknamed the Mighty Hood due to her being the largest warship for 20 years after her commissioning, was launched from the John Brown & Company shipyard on the 22nd of August 1918, commissioned on the 15th of May 1920, and was sunk by the Bismarck during the Battle of the Denmark Strait on the 24th of May 1941. Hood did the usual tasks a British battlecruiser did in the interwar and Second World War periods. Here are her more interesting exploits. Became the flagship of the battlecruiser squadron of the Atlantic Fleet under the command of Rear Admiral Sir Roger Keyes. Escorted then scuttled HMAS Australia to comply with the Washington Naval Treaty. Had her crew participate in the Invergordon Mutiny, where sailors protested pay cuts. Participated in the Fleet Review alongside KMS Admiral Graf Spee during the King George VI coronation. Led Force H to destroy the captured French fleet moored at Mers el Kebir, damaging Dunkirk, but was caught on fire in return by an unknown cause. And was sent alongside Prince of Wales, Norfolk, and Suffolk to intercept Bismarck and her escorts before they could make it to the Atlantic and attack Allied convoys. Hood was hit repeatedly by both Prince Eugen and Bismarck, with Bismarck's fifth salvo reportedly hitting the boat deck and penetrating to the magazine, where the magazine exploded, breaking the back of the Hood, and sinking her in 3 minutes, though the exact cause of her explosion is widely debated. Only 3 members of the Hood survived: Ted Briggs, Robert Tilburn, and William John Dundas, all of whom were rescued by HMS Electra. In her character art drawn by S.A., Hood wears a dark blue dress with long sleeves, gilded gold lapels, gold buttons, rolled cuffs, white fluffy inner skirt, and gold outline. White gloves, black tights, Union Jack cloak with fur trim at the top, pearl earrings, gray and red shoes, and a wide brim hat with command deck on it. Her rigging, which is attached at her waist, consists of 4 different arms, all of which have red bases and large dual-barreled main guns, with an anchor dangling directly behind her. Directly to her sides are fronts of ship hulls, with the lower main guns having smaller secondary guns on them to her right, and a launcher and spotlight to her left. In her voice lines, voiced by Atsuko Tanaka, who also voices Nana Hagen in Agent Aika, Slan in Berserk 1997, Coffee in Cowboy Bebop, Hajime Imori in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Motoko Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell, Castor in Fate Stay Night, Claudette in Queen's Blade, Conan in Naruto, Harumi Kiyama in Scientific Railgun, Lisa in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Elena Gatti in Lupin III, Admiya Arca in Iron-Blooded Orphans, Hanami in Jujutsu Kaisen, Flam in Frieren, Chun-Li in Street Fighter, Eleanor Virat in Valkyria Chronicles, Flavia in Fire Emblem Awakening, Bayonetta in Bayonetta 2 and 3, Medea, Jinkei, and Carmilla in Fate Grand Order, Reina in Yakuza Kiwami, Trish and Ava in DMC 5, Almedrea Canaris in Tales of Arise, Enik in Nikkei, and Reinda Tyr in Genshin. Hood often talks of her time before her final battle.
あなたは指揮官様ですか？ご機嫌うるわしゅうございます。ロイヤルネイビーの栄光をふっと勝利とともに参上いたします。はい。ロイヤルネイビーの栄光は今目の前にございます。どんな時でも優雅に振る舞うことこそ王家としてのしつけの賜物です。デンマーク海峡？勝敗は平家の常。一時的な敗北に過ぎませんわ。レナウンさん、よそ見はいけませんこと。レパルさん、マナーには気をつけることね。指揮官様、ご機嫌ですね。良い午後ですもの。少しおしゃべりでも。はい、ではレナウンさんのお話を少々。
At level 125 with max affinity and enhancements, Hood has 8,637 HP, 347 firepower, 330 AA, 161 reload, 38 evasion, medium armor, 31 speed, 70 accuracy, 38 luck, and consumes 14 oil. Hood has one skill, which is upgraded when she has her unique augment module, Dame's Medal of Grace, equipped, and focuses on dealing damage and buffing. Hood's skill, Royal Navy's Glory, is upgraded to Royal Navy's Glory Plus with her unique augment module equipped. When at level 10, and when Hood fires her main guns, there's a 100% chance to fire an improved forward-facing special barrage with a 140% light armor modifier. She also increases the reload of the main fleet by plus 40% for 8 seconds. The recommended equipment for Hood is the prototype 406mm SKC-34 MGM, currently the best high explosive main gun for ships like Hood that have skills that proc on firing, the prototype twin 137mm Mark I, which is the best auxiliary destroyer gun for protecting against kamikaze boats, the twin 76mm RF Mark 37, the best AA gun for main fleet ships, the 6 CRH AP shell to increase main gun crit damage on Royal Navy ships, the high standard fire control radar, which decreases the load time for the first volley, and her unique augment module, Dame's Medal of Grace, for an upgrade to firepower, accuracy, and her skill. Hood works best as the flagship of a mainly battlecruiser or battleship main fleet, primarily due to how her skill works and how she fires her barrage from it. Since the barrage is forward-facing, having Hood be the flagship and in the flagship position, which is the middle of the screen, it means that most of her barrage will hit someone on the screen when fired. The additional reload buff from her augment module skill helps not only herself with proccing her skill multiple times, at least I assume, but also other ships with skills that proc on firing or with powerful main guns. This does make Hood a bit of a one-trick pony though, since all her skill does is fire a barrage that does a bit more damage against lightly armored foes, and the reload buff only lasts for 8 seconds. And to even get the barrage to be guaranteed, you have to fully invest in her unique augment module, otherwise it just caps out at 70%. Overall, Hood can be a good source of damage, but there are some better options out there since she is from the start of the game. Medium priority to raise. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Arknights and Uma Musume videos as well.